some of you might be thinking, what is the point of planning and scheduling? I plan my day, and then things come up, interruptions, things I didn't expect, and my day falls apart. And certainly there are going to be days like that, but as you get better at planning, you'll find you have a better handle on knowing how much capacity you can plan for on a particular day, and how to make sure that the things that get in the way of your well-planned day, you're able to do something about. So can anyone tell me in 1 or 2 words, what makes it so challenging to be on top of things in terms of time? Distractions? Again, hello. Sleep? Absolutely. Yes, yes. All of those things can get in the way. Well, my goal today is to give you some tips and techniques and tools that are going to help you gain at least 1 hour a day, just by being more productive. So that's 5 hours a week. The goal is, let's get the right things done. So who here would like to help me out? All you need to do is to like money and chocolate. I'm sure there's no one here. We got them. You got the first hand up, so come on up. In 5 seconds to pick up as much money as you can, but you can only pick up 1 bill at a time. Okay? And so where money's involved, it's typically easy for us to zero in on the money and the things that are of value. But how many of us do that with our day? 3 main areas: planning and scheduling, developing focusing skills, and eliminating information overload. And how do I plan my day so that I can focus on getting those important things done? And there's a lot of efficiency to be gained when you group like tasks together. So let's just take 30 seconds and jot down for yourself, what do you envision your top buckets of responsibility to be? What are you getting paid to do? Another type of appointment that often gets neglected when people talk about time management is self-care. And I'm going to spend some time talking about self-care because it's critical to productivity. Harvard University's School of Medicine has a division of sleep. And they did a number of studies last year that showed that poor quality sleep leads to an increase in workplace errors and a decrease in workplace productivity. Also, a decline in the amount of sleep that we get impacts our ability to learn. Exercise helps with our cognitive function. So if we exercise, we're able to think better and work better. Again, so we are not spinning our wheels, we're actually able to be more focused and productive. What time of day do you have the most mental energy? And the reason you want to know that is because you want to use that peak mental energy time to work on things that are difficult or things that are unpleasant. One of them was having a hard time making her client follow-up calls. She was quite backlogged on it, and we determined it was because for her that was a high energy task. So she just changed the time of day when she was going to attempt to make client follow-up phone calls, and it really seemed to help her out. What happens when we check email? Distractions. And also, now somebody else is dictating our day to us. We want to find ways to make sure that we are in control of our email instead of our email controlling us. And this is probably one of the hardest time management skills that people have in terms of implementing new habits. But it can be really a game changer in terms of the productivity of your day. Paper, you can do something similar. This is what's called action files. And this is just a desktop file holder with files set up that represent the next action that you might need to take on a piece of paper. So if something comes to you in a physical form, you can identify, oh, I need to make a phone call on this. Well, if now is not the right time to be making a phone call, you can put it in your call action file, and then when your time map says it's time for phone calls, you go to your call file, and there are the papers related to the phone calls that you need to make. This is a sample of a file system for paper files. I worked with a associate setting up her filing system, and several days later she had a surprise branch audit. And so she was really excited that we had gotten her files in order. My goal today is to give you some tips and techniques and tools that are going to help you gain at least 1 hour a day, just by being more productive. So that's 5 hours a week.